All right, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into two uh, pretty significant players in agentic AI coding.
Right. And these aren't just your standard autocomplete tools. We're talking about, full-blown agents.
Exactly, living right in your terminal. So we're pitting Anthropic's Claude Code against Aider, the open source alternative.
Yeah. What's interesting is how different their philosophies are. It's really about delegation versus control.
So our mission here.
Cut through the noise, basically.
Hmm.
Help you figure out which one fits your coding style, your need for power, flexibility,
Yeah.
and your budget.
All right, let's start with Claude Code, the autonomous agent, they call it.
It's designed to be like an AI teammate, but one that actually, drives the command line.
Drives it how? Like you give it a task and
And it just runs with it. Scans a repo, figures out multi-file changes, runs the tests, handles Git, the whole 9 yards.
okay, that sounds powerful. Where does that power come from?
Well, it's running on Claude 3.7 Sonnet, using what they call hybrid reasoning.
Hybrid reasoning. Fancy term. What does that mean in practice?
It means it can handle deep structural logic. Think big changes across dozens of files at once. Really good for large monolithic repos.
The kind where touching one thing breaks five others.
Exactly. It's built for that kind of complexity.
But hang on. If it's so smart, so autonomous, why are some users saying it over-engineers things, creates brittle code?
That's the paradox, isn't it? Because it can see all the logical connections. It sometimes picks a solution that's, let's say, technically robust, but maybe unnecessarily complex.
Making it harder to maintain later.
Potentially, yeah. And that complexity, that autonomy, it leads straight to the cost issue.
Ah, the cost. Let's talk about that.
It's definitely premium territory. You're paying per session, per token.
So high usage means?
5 bills. We saw one report a developer spent like $7.50 just trying to get it to fix a few failing tests, multiple attempts.
Wow, $7.50 for a few tests. Okay. So if that kind of price tag stings,
Then you might look at Aider.
Aider, the flexible pair programmer. What's the story here?
Aider's core idea is flexibility and interaction. It leans heavily into Git flow, keeps you in the loop.
And it's open source, right?
Yep, open source, plug and play. Its biggest strength is that it works with almost any LLM.
Any LLM, like GPT-4o, Claude Sonnet.
Those, DeepSeek, even local models running on your own machine, privacy-focused stuff.
That completely changes the cost dynamic, I imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's also about the workflow. It's more interactive.
How so?
It maps the code base, sure, but it expects you to drive parts of it. It has features like voice-to-code, inline linting.
And you use specific commands like git diff or run test?
Exactly. It assumes you want control, that you're comfortable with Git. You're not just handing over the keys.
Okay, so control is central. What about the cost now with that flexibility?
It's modular. If you use a local model or a cheaper API, your costs could be near zero.
But there's always a trade-off.
There is. If you plug in a top-tier model like GPT-4o, someone reporting costs around 70 cents per command.
Per command, ouch.
And tasks can take longer, maybe 40 seconds sometimes on heavy stuff. You trade money for time, or time for money and control.
Okay, let's try and synthesize this. An analogy might help. Claude Code is.
It's like leasing that high-end self-driving car, amazing for the long, complex journeys, big refactors, architectural shifts.
But if it goes wrong or takes a weird route,
The cost to fix it or just run it can be significant. It's doing the heavy lifting autonomously.
an aider.
Aider is more like your trusty, customizable four-wheel drive. You're in control.
Better for smaller steps, iterative changes, file-by-file stuff.
Precisely. Where you want that gentler control, and you get to choose the engine, the LLM, based on your budget and needs.
So the core trade-off seems clear. Claude Code offers deep reasoning and full delegation, but at a premium.
While Aider gives you that granular control, flexibility with models, and potential for much lower costs.
Assuming you're okay with more interaction, maybe a bit more waiting on complex tasks, depending on the model.
Right. Which brings us to the final thought for you, the listener.
Go on.
We heard Claude Code can be, quote, mesmerizing on big refactors, but sometimes freaked out on complexity. Aider's cost can swing wildly.
So the question is,
How does the importance of control versus the potential cost per operation change your approach? When you sit down for your daily coding, what does that balance lie for you?